that it would not be your typical military sitcom. And I think there has always been that dedication and that kind of aspiration to doing something above the norm. And fortunately, the chemistry of the people involved, writers, actors, producers, directors, has been of the caliber that has allowed this to happen, and where everybody just had a pride in what they were doing. And then it's like it became sort of self-perpetuating, where there got to be a tradition involved. It's like, well, the old thing about playing baseball for the Yankees, and you had an esprit and an attitude of the tradition that was involved of saying, hey, we just have to keep this going and do it well. So there was never the idea that, this one's not so hot, we'll get it next week. Sometimes that happened ultimately, but that was never the attitude going in.
It sounds like it's when people say it's new.
Yes, well, that's here. That's the heart of this. Absolutely.
Everybody notes that this show has a point of view. That at least it says wars count. Is there any concern in the minds of you or your comrades here, your colleagues here, that it's inappropriate to take a political point of view on a mass medium like television?
No. We've never felt that. We always stuck to the point of view that we had, and fortunately there were a lot of people out there who stood by us. At it, because I think perhaps this may be where you're going, is that the Army is one of those factions that's been most supportive of our point of view. You would think perhaps it was just the opposite, but the military has been extremely cooperative over the years. We've had commendations and letters of appreciation from very high-ranking generals in the military. And
why do you think that is?
I think there was one man who put it very well, a General Ross, who I know is very high in the military command, who in an autographed photograph to Harry Morgan said, he thanked him and was so grateful, and he said the Army must never lose the ability to laugh at itself. It must always see itself with humor. And he felt that we were doing the most wonderful example of that.
Because also your Army people are good guys. I mean, you're not presenting killer Marines bragging their officers.
Well,
these are heroes of all. Right? I mean,
yes, but the heroes have not been, for the most part, your career Army people. Only Colonel Potter, Harry Morgan, as the career man, is also of heroic proportion. The others tend to attain their heroism essentially through an anti-military point of view. And we've done some stories along the way that have been harsh in our treatment of the military, but then we've done others that tended to put, I think, officers in a very commendable light. So we've tried to be fair about it.
Now, I've noticed also that Larry and Gene were talking about this earlier, the Korean War, the distancing, helped you do things that you probably couldn't have gotten away with. I mean, the CIA and McCarthy. I'm not sure you could have done that about Vietnam.
Right, and most certainly you couldn't have done it about Vietnam. I think we've been most fortunate, and if there was anything fortunate to come out of Vietnam, in that our audience, while we were depicting Korea, many of those people identified with Vietnam, and that was what struck a very responsive chord for a lot of people.